to draw a square by using a line command. So here, by using the absolute coordinate system. When you see here, so this point is 0, 0, and this is a 200 mm square. We have to start from the first point. The first point is 200, 200. So that means from 0, 0, from point, it will take 200 along x-axis, 200 along y-axis. So it will go to draw the first point. Now that we are going to give this now. Command is line. Specify first point. I will say 200, 200. Then the second point, when you want to move to this, here we are moving along the direction of the UCS x-axis by 200 mm. But since it is a horizontal line, so it is not moving in the y direction. So the direction of y-axis will going to be 0. So that means it will go to move in the same direction as. So there is no increment in y direction. So it will going to take the value of the previous y, which is 200. So the next point will be 400, 200. So here we will go 400, 200. So this is the direction of the x-axis. Now we will going to move to the next position. So now we are moving along the direction of the UCS y-axis by 200. So since it is moving in only in y direction, so the x direction will going to remain the same as the previous value. So which is the previous value of x? It is 400. And since in the y direction move along the y direction of the UCS x-axis, y-axis, so it will be 200 plus 200. So it becomes 400, 400. So the next point is 400, 400. Now we are moving in a direction opposite to the direction of the UCS x-axis. So here 400 is here. So it moves in opposite direction, means it will minus 200. 400 minus 200 will going to become 200. As there is no increment in the direction of y-axis, so it will going to remain the same as the previous value of y. The previous value of y is 400. So here we will say 200, 400. Then again you are moving in a direction opposite to the direction of UCS y-axis. So there is no increment in x direction. So the x direction will going to remain the same as the previous value of x, which is 200, and 400 minus 200 will give you 200. So the specify next point or undo. So here we will say 200, 200. So now we have completed the square. Still it is asking you to specify next point or close or undo. So you just give a null return to terminate the command. This is how you will be able to create a square of 200 mm square by using the absolute coordinate system. Now we will going to take up the next example, that is we go to the next example wherein we want to create a rectangle of 200 by 100 by using the absolute coordinate system. So to do that, here first we are going to erase this. Command is erase, E, select objects, all U type. So you erase all the entities. So the first coordinate what we need to consider, I will again consider 200, 200. That is because you are moving along the direction of the UCS x-axis, and again in the y direction it moves by 200. So this will be 200, 200. That is the first point. So command is line L. Specify first point 200, 200. Absolute coordinate system. Now you are moving in a direction along the UCS direction x-axis by 200. So we are already, what is the position of this point with reference to the origin? So from here to here it is 200, and again from here to here it is 200. So 200 plus 200 becomes 400. So that point will be 400. So comma, since there is no increment in the direction of x-axis, so y-axis will going to remain the same as the previous value of x, previous value of y, which is 200. So you type 200. So we're going to get a horizontal line. Now, again, now 400 comma 200. Again, you are moving in the direction of along the direction of the OCS y-axis, but x remains the same. So what is the position of the new point with reference to the origin? If you consider this, so from here to here it is 200, and again from here it will going to take 100, so it becomes 400 comma 300. So here you take 400 comma 300, 400 comma 300. Then again we have from here you are moving in the direction opposite to the direction of the OCS x-axis. So we are at here. So the position of this point with reference to this. So 400 minus 200 becomes 200 comma 300. That is basically because you are not moving along the, you are not moving in the direction of y. So you are moving only in the direction of x. So obviously the y direction is going to remain the same as the previous value of y, which is 300 here. So that 300 will also stays here. So that means this distance will be 400 comma 300. Sorry, 400 comma 200. 400 comma 300. So 400 comma 300. Comma 300. Now you are moving in a direction opposite to the direction of the OCS y-axis or OCS x-axis. So 400 minus 200 will become 200. So that means it will be 400 or 200 comma 300. So 400 comma 300. So you're going to get to 200 comma 300. Now we have to come back by another 100 mm in the direction opposite to the direction of OCS y-axis. But here, so it is already at 300. Now you are moving in direction opposite. 300 minus 100 becomes 200, and there is no increment in the direction of x-axis. So obviously it will going to remain the same as the previous point. Or we can also use, there is one more option which is close. So it always closes the last point to the starting point of the sketch. So this is the last point what we have. From here it should close to this point. So I will say close. So not only it closes, but it comes out of the command prompt. So this is how you will be able to create a rectangle of 200 by 100. So this is how you will be able to complete the rectangle by using the absolute coordinate system.